Welcome to Beast Training. My name is Aiden Bierman, and today I am making a video that I've wanted to make for a while. I just didn't feel like it, but today I do. So today is the hard pill to swallow about the fitness industry. If you're just getting into the gym or you're already one with the culture, you will know that there's a ridiculous and damn near overwhelming amount of information regarding lifting. Since the fitness industry continues to grow, continues to get more popular, that means it's harder for people to make it in that industry. This exact thing applies to fitness. As the fitness grows, the more unique and different you have to be to make it in the industry. Have you ever seen a workout online and they tell you this is the right way to do it, you have to do it this way? Then the next swipe, you see someone telling you you don't want to do it that way, you want to do it this other way. That's super annoying, right? Of course, because which one are you supposed to believe? You just got told two completely different information about the same thing. Today, I am hoping to open your eyes to the truths and dangers within the fitness industry. I know it's very weird that I'm making this video considering I want to be a figure in this community. And not only that, but I own a brand in this industry. But that doesn't mean that this type of stuff can't be talked about. I think the stuff I'm going to bring up in this video is something every lifter needs to hear, regardless of whether you're just getting in or you've been lifting for years. Just as a disclaimer, this is not an attack on any specific brand or creator. This is just the truth. And if you ask them these same questions, I'm sure they'd answer the same way as me because everyone knows the truth. It's just how it is. Just like every industry on the planet, the fitness industry is a business. I think some people do forget that it is a business because it's a little bit more accessible than other industries and it's more personal. Like for example, the medical field. That's an industry, it's a business, but you can't really be in the medical field without an obscene amount of education, anything like that. There's a lot of higher level points of entry for the medical field, for example. Fitness, wow, you just get a gym membership, you're already in the fitness community, you're already in the fitness industry by just buying a gym membership. It's very accessible. And for this accessibility, some people forget that at the end of the day, it is still a business, even though it is about someone's specific body, right? Like it's still health, but it is still a business. Regardless if it's a national-wide chain of gyms or just that dude you follow on Instagram. It's a business. They want to make money. Some people are more sketchy about it than others, but at the end of the day, everyone still needs to make a living. Regardless if it's the nationwide chain of gyms, that local gym, or that person you follow on TikTok or Instagram. They are trying to sell whatever they're selling, whether that be information, actual product, whatever. People are trying to make money, and that's okay. That's how it is. It's a business. I think some people just have to remember everyone that you see on your feed is just trying to make a living and make money. As I'm editing here, I'm noticing I'm not getting my point across the way I intended necessarily. And I'm just going to add on that I'm not saying everyone in the fitness industry is doing it just for the money, but the money is always a factor because people have others to take care of. They have to take care of themselves. Money is a necessary evil or positive, whatever you want to think of it as. And that's not inherently dangerous, but that could cause some issues. The reason that there's such a contrast of information and such an overwhelming amount of information within this industry is because everyone needs to be different in order to get views and clicks. And that's perfectly okay. That's how marketing works. You need to be unique. In the fitness world, for example, being different at the base level means workout variation, different workouts. Of course, there are plenty of other things that go into it, like personality, editing, and other variables like that. But at the base level of every fitness page, the reason that someone is watching it for the most part is going to be the workout. So the best way to be different and separate yourself from others is going to be workout variation. For example, of course, this is absolutely no shot at him. JPG coaching got pushed into the mainstream heavily because he introduced the new workout that people didn't know about or weren't doing that is helpful for your lats. The single arm lat pull down. I'm sure you guys have heard of it because it is so popular. He successfully found a workout that marketed himself differently than anyone else, to the point where people are literally calling that the JPG pull down, even though he didn't invent it or anything. He doesn't say he does either, which is good. But he successfully found this workout that pushed him into the mainstream. And now, of course, he's beyond that. Now he's an actual coach. He was a coach before, but now he's a mainstream popular TikTok coach, that sort of thing. This is where it does get a little bit sketchy and dangerous though. Sometimes a creator might just straight up lie about a workout being good or just overemphasizing how good it is because it's not popular and they just want to be different to get those clicks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it is a dangerous factor there because you do have to look at the science. When you find a new workout, be sure to check the science behind it and make sure it's actually good. That's why the JPG pull down, or whatever you want to call it, is so good, because it actually follows the science and it was able to actually help people. One thing that I do not think is discussed enough within the fitness industry is the different styles and goals that people have. Not everyone wants to get huge. Not everyone wants to have huge muscle, right? There are different styles and goals in the fitness world. Of course, you probably know about bodybuilding and powerlifting. Those are the two most popular ones. Those are the most popular styles that are discussed. However, those aren't the only two goals and styles there. For example, there's isolation, so that's more bodybuilding, powerlifting, but there's also functionality, athletics, mobility, calisthenics, balance, all that sort of thing. There's so many goals that people go into the gym with. Not just, I want to be bigger. No, some people go in the gym because they need to be more athletic, because they need to be more flexible. Yes, all these goals and styles may be using the same equipment. Dumbbells, kettlebells, cables, machines. However, all it is using the same equipment for different sports. I like to think about it that way. Every style of goal in the gym is just a different sport. It's like comparing hockey to basketball. There's similarities, yes, but at the base level, it's completely different. Clearly. The best case of this, for example, in my opinion, is going to be the face pull. So you have the cable and you're face pulling towards you with the rope, right? Face pulling, for example, for isolation in bodybuilding, face pull is awful because you're not isolating any muscle in specific. However, if you want overall back functionality and your muscles in your back all working together for athletics or some other motion, face pulls are amazing. This goes back to marketing. The goal of every creator or brand is to, of course, appeal to the most amount of people. That being said, you don't want to just cut off or alienate certain possible audiences. So why would JPG, I keep talking about him, but he's just the most popular one. Why would he, as a hypertrophy coach, meaning muscle growth, want to cut off certain audiences by telling people that he only is putting this information out for people that want to grow muscle? Of course, if you're already in fitness, you know he's a hypertrophy coach because he doesn't hide that. He just doesn't say it all the time, which isn't a bad thing. That's how marketing works. You don't want to cut off these audiences. But I do see people at my gym who are athletically training, which means face pulls would be good, but they heard JPG say it's bad because he's a hypertrophy coach, and now they don't do face pulls. You have to know who you're watching and what that content creator is focused on. You have to be in line with your goals and then also see what said video or said creator is saying in regards to their audience and their goals. Luckily, as a culture, we've mostly moved away from this deception area that I'm going to discuss. We've evolved past that point. thank God. But there are still a few cases where it's pretty bad. First, what I mean by deception is very simply people lying about their growth and how they got there. For example, steroids. We've moved past this point. It's not very taboo anymore to be on steroids. Don't get me started on that. That's a video for another day. It's not very taboo anymore, so most people will come out and say, I'm on steroids, but this is my growth, that sort of thing. Where it gets dangerous is people saying they are natural when they are clearly not, but people that don't know the telltale signs for an unnatural, someone on some gear, it looks like that's what I want to look like when it's physically impossible. Some people will just lie to you and say they're natural when they go home and eat a trenbolone sandwich. On the other end, it's those people that are genetic freaks, but they're natural. They just have insane genetics. And I'm not telling them they're bad for that, right? It's not your duty to tell people you're a genetic freak. Like, you're not in the wrong for that at all. Like, congratulations, that's actually awesome. The only issue is this is not a dig at anyone who's a genetic freak. This is more a dig at the audiences. Just be careful who you're becoming obsessed with, who you want to look like. Just be careful. Be more obsessed with how you're looking at your peak rather than someone else's peak. That's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. It's really disappointing for me as a trainer, as a personal trainer, to see people eat up information that isn't necessarily wrong, but wrong for them and their goals, or people just completely lying. Just be careful what you're eating up in terms of information in the fitness industry. As it gets bigger, the more unique people have to be, which means the more bullshit you have to sift through. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I know this was different than my normal comedy-based stuff, but this is a video I've wanted to make for a while. Be sure to check out beasttrainingclothing.com as well. Of course, be careful of what you eat up on the internet, and embrace chaos and release your beast.